So just for the benefit of everybody, three things that Pradnya is suggesting is that proper discipline. Now, there are many things you can do to improve your discipline. You can develop your tools and templates, and you follow the proper plans and trade according to the plans that will help you to improve your discipline. Second thing she mentioned about learning or sharpening your craft. So make sure that you don't stop learning. Learn from your trades, learn from your mistakes, learn from maybe Option Pundit website. We've got so many articles that you can just go through and learn from your trading buddies, and just keep learning so you know how to make the best of the opportunity that exists. And thirdly, that she mentioned is about portfolio allocation, and it is really, really crucial. So set some rules for your portfolio, set some guidelines. How much money would you be allocating? How much money you are okay? If something goes down, what is the percentage of risk you will be looking at? What is the maximum amount you will invest? There are many other things you need to look at, but it is really absolutely crucial. Anything times zero is zero, meaning if you made money on 99 trades, but you took one wrong
Yeah.
trade and you invested all of your 100% into this, you may be genius, but you don't have any capital to trade. Hi, welcome to another show of Rising Star. Today in my show, I have Pradnya joining from Bombay, and we'll go through what she has been doing, how her trading journey has been so far since joining Option Success Formula. So please join me welcoming Pradnya. Welcome, Pradnya.
Hi, Manoj. Thank you. And I'm really glad to be on this platform of yours. Thank you
Pradnya, could
so
you
much for
share?
having me here.
You're welcome, Pradnya. Could you share a little bit about about yourself, who you are, where are you from, how long
Yeah.
have you been trading options?
Yeah. I'm from Mumbai, India. And basically, I have been trading options for last 6 months or so. Uh, and having taken your program, it's been a little more active on the option trading. Earlier, I had taken a few programs, but of course, after taking option success formula, it's actually a success for me, and it has changed my life of trading altogether. I
Could you
mean,
share a little bit like what differences do you see before that program and after the program?
yes, absolutely, because I have gained a lot of knowledge after doing OSF. I mean, why you do it, what makes you do it, the reasoning behind that trade, all that is put very nicely into your the whole program that you provide, and my learning has gone par excellence basically, and at that I can see that I can really put it in my trades, and that's how I see the success which is now seeding up, because it takes time for the things to
Yeah.
fall in place. I took your program somewhere in September, and it took its own time for me to get into it and get leveraged and then show the results.
Yeah.
So that's how the whole process has been with me.
So I'll ask you first very, very fundamental question, which is, most of the traders are, as they say, are not really profitable. But, you have joined the program, you've gone through a structured program. Are you profitable, Pradnya?
Yes, I am profitable, and I'm proudly saying that I am profitable because the efforts that you have put into for teaching us, and the efforts that we have reciprocated to gaining that knowledge from you, all has mitigated, and I think that is why I'm here as a rising star on your platform.
Thank you. Could you give an insight a little bit? How's your portfolio been doing since you've gone through the program? A little bit insight.
Yes, surely. I had not a very large portfolio when I started off, but after doing your program, and of course, I had my losses reserved, so that's how it has scaled. It has scaled downwards, not upwards. So after doing OSF, I gained that confidence. I took out the money from my savings and I pumped again into this, and it has shown me results. Almost, I should say, in December I pumped in the this, and in a month and a half I have seen my portfolio increase by almost 22%.
22%. That's awesome. So you have more than recovered your program fee already. Can I say
Yes,
that confidently?
yes, very comfortably.
Now, Pradnya, you are from India, and what I know from my Indian students is that they're not able to trade all the strategies and etc. Um, but you have been able to grow your portfolio that to substantially. What are your favorite strategy? What do you do that allows you to trade the U.S. market while you are in India and you are also generating profit?
Yeah, see, as Indians, we are very much limited by the activity because we are not allowed the margin accounts. I checked with TOS also a couple of times. I've submitted my paper, but it was still not done. So, what we can only do is the long calls and the covered calls. These are the only two things. So, what I generally do is it's the call options.
Okay.
I buy call, and when the market is down, I do the other part, that is the buy put.
Okay.
These are the two strategies which I'm doing. And what I do is I'm strictly keeping the margins as per the 5% of your portfolio.
Okay.
And I'm keeping almost 50 to 40% of this in cash.
Okay.
I'm not engaging the entire fund, so just to keep, because what happens is, since we are into direct buy call, we don't have that leverage of call spreads and all that, so wherein your capital is little reduced.
Right. Right.
So that what do you say, that benefit is not there for us.
Yeah.
So
So it's actually quite remarkable, meaning you're using only 50% of your capital and you're still able to grow your entire portfolio by 22%. Well, congratulations. Huh? Um,
I'm
when you're
strictly
buying,
managing it basically
yeah,
because, as you said, see, these are all the nuggets that I have been going through your learning this. And there are two chapters of yours on one is that mindset, and one is the portfolio management. Because whenever I feel that in that week I've not done correctly, I really go back and just hear your words again and just get myself charged up. Yesterday also I was thinking, what should I do, because it was like but I said, no, hold on, wait, you have to come out. You said, no, you should keep 10 only stocks with
yeah,
you. And so I just do the head count at times. How much is
okay.
there? 10, 11, 12. So come down. That's how, because otherwise, you should have discipline in whatever you are trading.
That's true.
Otherwise, I
Otherwise, you
don't
will
think
have
so.
so many underlyings. It will be very hard for you to keep a track
Yeah.
of it. So, Pradnya, here is one interesting thing. When you are an option buyer, time decays against you,
Yeah.
right? And so that simply means that your strategy should be such that it quickly turns out into profit or tells you quickly that it's not going to work,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, did you find strategies where that's suitable for your buying?
Yeah. I mean, I have done quite a lot of stocks on the 5D.
5D,
So,
okay.
yeah. And also the PP33. I feel PP33 is also a very good trade pattern, because there you don't have to wait for the time decay and all that. Just take your whatever profit you have
Yeah,
decided, 20% or whatever. Just get take it and just come out of the trade. It is, I think, that is quite a easy technique to follow comparatively. Of course, it is not easy because you have to also know you have to manage your emotions a lot when you
yeah.
are into day trade, because green and the red and the red and the green, it really kills you at times. Uh, so that is what it is. And the 5D, and of course, as you have also taught us how to find the scripts in the market
Yeah.
with the fundamentals, with touching the blue line and the 50 SMA and
You're
all that.
referring to the
So
technical analysis.
yeah. That helps a lot to actually apart from your 5D, because the same fundamentals you can apply the other scripts as you had last taken in one of the chapters.
Yeah.
And how do you find it other than that? So those fundamentals I apply, and then if that they are falling into this, and if the trade is good, then I quickly enter, see whether I will be able to make it, and I come out of it.
That's excellent. So, in a way, can I safely say that Option Success Formula program not only giving you the strategy, but also giving you the fundamentals that you can modify and apply
Yeah.
according to your own style. Is that correct?
Yes,
The fair
yes.
statement?
Option success formula has really built up my mindset and my trading capabilities, that other than whatever you have been in the 5Ds, I can do my own trade as well. I mean,
That's really
that's just,
great. That's really
yeah.
great. Good to really hear that. It's really good. Now, as you're going through the trade and you join in September. In September, we saw a market drop. Then we went through the U.S.
Yeah.
elections, and also we saw the market run ending into the near end, and so on. So, how do you keep up with the profits and the losses, ups and downs of the market? How much time do you spend every day behind trading?
A couple of hours is there because I need to know what is happening in my portfolio. And to be very honest, waiting has made waiting of of falling trade has I have made a lot of losses on that also. To be very honest,
Hmm.
so waiting is something which I wouldn't. I mean, should not be the
Can you
what do
explain
you
a little
say?
bit more? What do you mean by waiting?
See, for example, I've taken a script, say Baba,
Yeah.
for example. I mean, that time it was in a very volatile mood, and I thought it may come up, it may come up, it may come up, and it was going down and down and down and down. In the end,
Yeah.
I ended up, making huge loss on that particular script. So that is what waiting is something which should be a total cross for option trading. You shouldn't wait. Whatever is there, as you always say, just a matter of one commission. So
Yeah. So
that
for
is
those who are watching this episode, what do I mean by one commission? Means that be impatient with your losses. Meaning that if your trade are is losing money, it was supposed to start producing profit, but it's not. Then just get out of the trade. These days commissions are low. You can cut your trade and get back into the trade all over again. The moment it start to show up the live, the moment it start to go according to what you are planning for. Why to unnecessarily just keep waiting and keep hoping that the stock will turn around and do it? The moment you see that it's not meeting your goal, the moment you see it's not going your way, just get out, get into the trade all over again. It just costs a very tiny fraction of commission. In fact, for the stocks, many times it's free, in fact, from a commission point of view. So don't don't let your losses become much bigger, much bigger. Okay. Yeah. Anything else you want to share on that part from a consistency perspective or dealing with the highs and lows and ups and downs of the market?
yes, because you are just like a tidal wave. It happens with your emotions because being a newbie and US market is something. Actually, I was not into stock markets at all. To be
Wow.
very honest,
Wow.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm a totally fresher, and I have. That's why I put a lot of time in learning the whole process. And when you are in the market, you can really feel the energy of that market. The ups and downs. And like yesterday, it was a red day, so it is like it pulls you down and again takes you up, and then now it's going up. And I mean, that's a normal human psychology, which and the emotions that are intertwined with the market.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So
that's
Pradnya, that's interesting. You were completely fresh, meaning you started your option
absolute,
journey and etc.
absolutely.
What do you do for full time?
I
Sorry,
have my
can I
own.
ask?
I have my own logistics business, which I have been running quite successfully for last 9 years. I
Okay.
have been into the logistics industry for quite many years. So then I thought, let me start on my own entrepreneurship, and that's how I started my journey.
Well, great, great. I'm so glad to have you in the Option Pandit community, Pradnya. Um,
I am quite privileged to be in this. I'm telling you, it just happened because I had heard about you in some other courses, and we just got a mail, and I told my husband, just take it. It is only Manoj, so I don't know what it is. I didn't know much about the program or anything, and that's how I am here.
yeah. Thank you. Thank you. I really feel honored in a way and feel very happy about how you have been experiencing the entire program. Um, the few things I would like to ask you is what was your biggest mistake, and how are you planning, or how did you overcome that mistake?
My mistake was waiting,
Waiting,
and it took
especially when
a
you are profiting or you're losing. I suppose those.
losing,
Yeah.
losing.
So tell us, give us a little bit more insight so those new students who are watching this or visitors who are watching this, they can learn something from you and don't make the mistake.
Yeah, basically, as you have rightly said, 20%. If you're not making 20% up or 20% down. If it is going down, then just cut loss and come out of it. Like
Yeah.
just the next trade.
Hmm.
So I think this particular mantra of yours has to be really taken on a very prime, what to say, prima facie thing, because as a newbie you always feel like 20% hai, so it may go up, it may go up, but markets are very tricky. You don't know what will going to happen.
Yeah.
It's a flow. as you say, it's a flow. So it is basically how much wo Ganga Jal mein se how much you are able to take the water from your own. It's
Yeah.
up to you.
Yeah.
So that waiting is something which I think everybody has to really ponder upon and just allow it to go out. And because what happens, one more thing, Manoj, you are centered upon that script so much that you miss out on the other opportunities also.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It has happened with me, and that is how I said, nahi, arey, because for this $100-200, I have lost on something other bigger, other better opportunity. Because it's what I'm saying is like in Hindi, if I can say, कि हम ऐसे बैठे रहते हैं and waiting, and then somebody else is going away, and then we are still waiting there.
Yeah.
So I think
I'm so glad you mentioned this. So loss on a trade is not just the loss of that trade; it's also the loss of opportunities. Absolutely, that you could have taken. So I'll give an example. Like yesterday, as you mentioned, there was a down day. But a down day depends upon what time you entered. You saw my trades, right? I traded Tesla last night. It offered a great opportunity. I traded ARK funds, which also offered a great opportunity. Then I also traded Amazon. If you see, Amazon actually fired up last night. Everything else was going down, but Amazon was going up. So if you are in a trade which is losing money, see and observe what happens. And for everyone who is watching this show, you will feel that, hey, you just start praying, you start thinking, hey, I hope this trade will come back, this trade will come back. And you will be so engrossed into that trade only that you will not see other opportunities which meets your criteria and maybe even better one. But if you would have just decided to get out of the trade and say, fine, I will get into the trade all over again when it meets my criteria, you could have benefited from other trade. And in fact, it may happen that you wouldn't even bother about your first trade. And so that was about going through your biggest mistake or your biggest learning. And how are you managing it now? What do you do now?
now, so I just go by the rule of book that you have told us in OSF and on your continuous coaching classes.
Yeah.
So that now it is kind of settling down. Not that it is settled down. It's kind of settling down, and I know I'm in the process of doing it. So I have given myself that much of space.
Yeah.
So that otherwise, you get a lot of mental block by your own self.
Yeah.
Because I'm a newbie. I'll take some time to understand a new profession because I'm taking this as a business. So overnight you cannot Warren Buffett says you cannot make 9 women pregnant by that one famous saying is there. Yeah. So that's what it is. It'll take its own time, and I know that I'm in the process. And maybe down the line, I will always watch and see that yes, I have made mistakes and I have made losses, but I think those losses were for the future benefit. I think I should say that.
Yeah, I think I would rather say that I'm glad that you mentioned the word process, because it is actually a process. And if you think that, or if someone thinks that will become a great trader from day one just by attending 1 or 2 days training, it just doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. You have to go through the ups and downs of the market. You need to learn about yourself. You need to see what works for you, what doesn't work for you. Maybe you don't like intraday trading, you like overnight trading. Maybe some of you like intraday trading. You have to discover yourself. It's really that journey. And then find your own style. And it will take some time to really, go through and find what works exactly for you. So it's great. And are you also using some tools to help you, like some sort of journal, trading journal, or checklist, etc.? Are you using any of those things, Pradnya, to take care of your emotions?
Journals? I didn't get you. Means
like a trading journal or a trade planner or trade tracker? Are you using any of those tools to help you?
No.
Planning your trades?
That I have made. I jot down all my trades.
Okay.
That is what I am in the process of doing it, and thereby I understand which particular script gave me a good return, which is not giving me. Because what happens if you observe in the 5D, the many of the scripts are repeated.
Correct.
After and it's a period of 20-21 days that you see that script again. it completes the process of going down and up and down, and again it is there. It's some kind of a process. Yeah. So if you are comfortable with, say, a company called like I have done DQ. I'm comfortable with that. So it has again come into it. So you know how it moves.
Yeah.
Like yes. So you're a little more confident, as it goes ahead with the red and the green of that particular script. You know how it trades and how the patterns move. So I think that should
Excellent.
help.
Yeah, excellent. And so, how do you begin your trading day in general? Like, just give us some insights. How do you start your trading activities?
Basically, in Indian time, it starts at 8 o'clock at night in the evening, and it is up to 2:30 at night. I have a nice full meal. I have my dinner so that there's no disturbance later. And I start off. I mean, first is basically I do a little of my. I watch the watch list, then the script, which are the earlier day I have made my own noting. The script of the 5 day is we have to watch it the next day.
Yeah,
So because what happens many a time in the 5 day list, many scripts move out. So
correct.
it is very important that you note down whichever scripts you feel are comfortable, and then again you filter, and see which best is meeting your criteria and fits into the exact thing of which can generate some good returns.
Yeah.
That's how I do.
And once you open your trading laptop and you're all set, so what's your process like? What's your thinking like before selecting a trade?
Basically, I have a separate laptop now
Okay.
for my trading. Earlier, I was doing all in one, so I was finding it very difficult. So now I have a dedicated laptop for my trading. So that's thanks to you again because you have given us those tips also in OSF. So that's one thing. And then, of course, a small prayer, and you start off. And First I see is what the SPX is doing today.
Okay.
uh, whether it is in the green or red, because those that your 3 day 1 minute chart is very helpful to
Mm.
understand the movement. And that basis, then you decide whether it's a bullish day or a bearish day, and then
And
move on with the
yeah,
scripts. But normally, to be I'm very comfortable with the bullish trade, to be very honest, because you
yeah,
all want to always see the higher side. But of course, when it's a bearish trade, you take a bearish trade.
yeah. It's a natural instinct. I mean, we have all been taught buy low, sell high. So it
Ah,
automatically
ah,
registers into the
ah.
brain. And there's so many things we do in the life. If you do a business, you do any other
Yeah, you always see the growth side now. So,
exactly, exactly. Um, that's brilliant.
but
Now,
then you have also said here the law of gravity.
yeah,
That is, Mother Earth always pulls. So you make more actually money in when it's a bearish day, to be
that's
very
correct.
honest,
That's
and
correct.
very fast money
Very
compared
fast.
to the bullish trade.
Absolutely true. And because we are trading options, when the markets are dropping, volatility goes up, and in fact, our
Yeah.
position makes more money as well. That's absolutely true. Now, if you look back your journey, it's been about 4 months since you joined OSF, and you've already produced 22% profits on your portfolio, and that too utilizing only half the capital. That's really an amazing thing. And coming from the background that you never traded stocks and other things before, so if those people or new traders who are watching this, and if you were to give them some ideas, what are the things that they need to look at? What are maybe your top 3 or 4 things that you would like them to focus upon and think to achieve consistency and better results?
First and foremost is the discipline. You have to be a lot of disciplined trader. You should know what is good for you, what is not good for you, what works for you, what doesn't work for you. That is number one. Number two is they have to go back into the learning mode again and again, revise, because every, like yesterday's your coaching class gave me something new into the whole process. How many times I've done 5D, the last coaching class also I did, this also I did, but every time you get something, because while you're trading, you are not holding a rule or book with you. It is your mindset that is working. So certain points, if you tell us or you revise, it again gets freshly feeded into your this computer. So I think that is something very important. And of course, your portfolio management is very, very important.
Yeah.
These three things. One is the discipline of trading. One is the learning never give on learning. No, nothing is you know hard and fast. You have to keep the learning phase on, and portfolio management. These are the three very important things.
Yeah.
As far as I go by this rule of thumb.
Well, thank you for sharing. I think this is really really powerful. So, just for the benefit of everybody, three things that Pradnya is suggesting is that proper discipline. Now, there are many things you can do to improve your discipline. You can develop your tools and templates, and you follow the proper plans and trade according to the plans that will help you to improve your discipline. Second thing she mentioned about learning or sharpening your craft. So make sure that you don't stop learning. Learn from your trades, learn from your mistakes, learn from maybe Option Pundit website. We've got so many articles that you can just go through and learn from your trading buddies, and just keep learning so you know how to make the best of the opportunity that exists. And thirdly, that she mentioned is about portfolio allocation, and it is really really crucial. So set some rules for your portfolio, set some guidelines. How much money would you be allocating? How much money you are okay? If something goes down, what is the percentage of risk you will be looking at? What is the maximum amount you will invest? There are many other things you need to look at, but it is really absolutely crucial. Anything times zero is zero, meaning if you made money on 99 trades but you took one wrong
Yeah.
trade and you invested all of your 100% into this, you may be genius but you don't have any capital to trade. So you want to make sure that you follow through some of the words of wisdom that she's sharing. Now, I would also like to understand, from a learning point of view, you learn at Option Pundit, Option Success Formula. Could you give us a little bit of insight? How was your experience going through the program? Was it structured step by step? Were you able to follow, even though it's completely online program? Did you have interaction? Did you find your coach approachable and things?
I mean, my smile says that all. Basically, I have been full on happy with your OSF program. I never thought that I'll be able to do so much in options trading, because my husband is also in stocks. He's into value investing, and he couldn't do anything. I mean, he's not an option guy. So your learning, your teaching, your program, the how it unfolds one after the other, the chapters that you have streamlined, right from uh, what is that option beginners program, where you again revise all the basic, what is called, what is put. The one beautiful thing is you teach how to work on the platform. Believe me, I started with IBKR and I was nuts. I lost money because I couldn't understand that particular platform, and there was nobody else to tell you how to do it. And you have very beautifully given how to actually operate the toss with each and every, the gearbox, the gear setting, the small, minutest things, watch list. This was something all new for me. I mean, how to make a watch list, how to do the charts, D plus, D minus, everything. It was absolutely learning. I mean, nothing, no, the A to Z, everything has been covered.
Yeah.
So
So besides the
it's,
platform, how about the strategies? How about
yeah,
the concepts and tools? Are you able to
that's
independently?
how I've been able to do it. That's why I think I'm here in Rising Star today. And the tools are excellent. And of course, we Indians are a little limited by the other, that strategy that you have given there called spread and put spread and all that. We can't use it. But a simple call and buy is helping.
So now,
That's
Pradnya,
how.
I'm seeing a lot of people approaching me from India as well to join the Option Success Formula program. And one of the key concern they have usually is it for me? Can I still use this program, especially for Indian markets and the US market? What's your perspective? Do you think I mean, what do you think about this particular point of view or question?
Basically, OSF is a learning platform, right? So stocks and the markets are okay. The volatility is different, the scale is different, but I mean the learning can be, of course, implemented on Indian markets as well, because what you're learning is the fundamentals. What you're learning is how to trade.
Yeah.
So whether it is going to be US market or Indian market, or any other market for that matters. So it's a learning thing. So it can be definitely implemented. And US market, though, it is full on. I mean, no doubts about it.
It's actually in a way quite beneficial if you think about from options perspective, because the strategy and the skill is the same, right? But what you need to look at is the data feed of that country. As
Yeah,
opposed to say even value investing, then you need to read through the business model, get to know the economy, get to know the consumer of that particular country before
yeah.
you could even make a statement into that particular stock for that country. Would you say that's the fair assessment? That actually is a transferable skill from country to country and asset to asset?
Yeah,
Option trading?
yeah, it's a transferable skill because you have to, like, now I'm working in US market, so now I'm reading more of the US thing rather than of India. But
Hmm.
suppose I was in Indian market, I'll read more of the Indian economy and apply those things to this learning and then trade.
Yeah.
You know, that's how it is. Like, for example, here, say Glenmark is doing very good in their and there you say it is AstraZeneca. I'm just giving a simple
Right.
example.
Right.
So it is on the pharma industry. Okay,
Yeah.
so AstraZeneca is doing its A plus, whatever it is doing in US, the same way Glenmark is also doing in India. So the teachings are the same,
Correct.
so the
Right.
fundamentals are the same. So those things you can apply for Glenmark, and the same thing you can apply for this particular trade. I mean, I feel that way.
Well, that's really wonderful. Now, you must have over the period of time, you must have found some stocks that continuously give you good profits. It becomes our favorites that we would like to trade all the time. So, like for example, Apple is one of my favorite stocks. Every time it comes into my filters, I'm pretty confident and I can just take a trade. So do you have some sudden favorite stocks or sectors that you follow along?
Yeah, my favorite stock is Microsoft. I've made quite a good return on Microsoft, uh, on especially on PP33. Uh, Wherever it is there, because the premiums are also good, and the returns are also good on that Microsoft. So
Okay.
it is, even for a low portfolio, people can do Microsoft. That
Yeah.
is, and it is a safe company to work with. So even
Mm.
if it is, there is no to this into it.
Any
Next
other?
is,
Yeah.
sorry.
No, no, any other?
That is one, and I did quite a lot of on FDX.
Okay.
Uh, that also PP33 because I'm into logistics business, so probably it attracts me a little more. And of course, I did on Baba, PayPal quite recently. Peloton I did P10. Then 5D I have DQ, RDFN, then Pen Gaming. So
Yeah.
this 6 stocks are good.
Yeah, I think those are some of the good companies. And PTON, we saw that it's recently just dropped. So
Yeah.
you might see an opportunity to get back again.
Yes.
And it
Yes.
goes back to the point that we were saying we don't marry to the stock, right? We look at the opportunity, we go through the strategy, fine, the setups are done, be patient with that, comes
Yeah.
in, go on, and let it come again. So
Yeah.
the
True.
search for the stocks also stops. Um, so would it be fair to say that you learn how to fish, you also
Yes.
like know where are the fishes, you also build your net already so you can go and fish by yourself? Yeah, would you say that?
Yes.
Fair?
Yes. 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 Absolutely. I'm
Uh,
doing my own. I mean, apart from the watch list, I'm quite happy that I've been able to do it. See, it may not happen overnight. I have spent a lot of time. I've done whole night also just watching the trades.
yeah.
I have just watched it, SPX, how it goes up, how it goes down, what is the momentum, post 11:30 what happens, before what happens, at the end what happens. I have made your throwaway trades also. And I think 4 5 trades I made, two or three I gained, two or three I lost. So it's okay. That's a part of the business. But unless you get into the experience, otherwise it's not going to be
Yeah.
possible for you to scale up. I should say.
Yeah. I'm so excited, really to see how you have transformed yourself and how you progressed from a little to newbie information to like a full grown and now in the rising star, and having the confidence to scale up your portfolio. I mean, that tells a lot when you are able to scale up and produce profit. Um, so anything else that you would like to share with me and with the viewers before we wrap it for today, Pradnya?
Yes, of course. I want to say that Actually, I didn't understand what is a call and a put also. It all started from there. And now I'm here as a rising star, which Manoj has given me an opportunity. So it's all basically because of the learning and teachings of option success formula. I repeat, and I repeat it with a lot of pride, because you are helping so many people, to profit from this trading. And recently, that your profit from earning was also a beautiful program that you conducted free of cost. You can't imagine how many people must have felt so happy, because the other day, just if you can give me time, PTR, that is Palantir, I had taken that script, I don't know, and then suddenly I realized it is little going down and there is a earning coming up. I was so fast to close it, you know and it dropped. Just imagine, I mean, if I had kept it and waited, maybe it will go up, so that maybe I would have, of course it would have gone up. It was all a happy thing for everybody. But if it is going down, you're cutting into more losses. So now it has formed a second green, and it is nicely sitting on the 50 what is that, EMA, and now you can enter it happy now. After 2 days, if you are entering with profit, it's always good.
That's correct.
So that is what you have given us, the strength to analyze the trade, understand it, go into it independently. You can do it.
Yeah.
I must say that. Yeah.
Well, thank you for the nice.
I should say thank you. Thanks a ton, Manoj, because in my house everybody knows who is Manoj, and every Sunday, most of the times I'm there 2 hours listening to you. Any chapter which I feel to go through, I again go through the program, and it's nice to hear your words again and again, and then you come on Monday with a nice fresh energy again.
Yeah,
and that's how it is.
well, thank you so much, Pradnya. I think this session was great. This episode was great. Many things to learn, many things to go around. And I also picked up your favorite strategies. Even though due to limitations, it's all about going long calls, long puts, but based on a system and choosing covered calls that allows you to benefit from the time decay as well. It's absolutely fantastic. I'm glad to see your progress. I'm glad to see that you are confidently scaling up your portfolio. So as a closing remark for the session, and my suggestion will be, it's great, it's doing well. Always keep your eyes on the risk. Never take your eyes off the risk. Regardless whether you are a rising star or a market wizard, whatever, it just takes only the few shots from market, and it can humble us all over again. So every time, just be the student of market, play with the market, be in the harmony, never try to take any revenge, or never have the ego, which I like to say, my ego is not my amigo. So always keeping that in mind, make sure you have a thorough plan, make sure you learn from mistakes, make sure you play your strength on real money and opportunities on paper money, and continue to sharpen your craft. Yeah, so with all that, I mean, I would say that was really great session. I'm very happy, and I would love to see you continuously progressing, and maybe one day bring you to my market wizard session as well.
I would really look forward to that, Manoj. Thanks a lot, and thanks a lot for all that you have taught me and made me so confident in this trading business of mine, that I'm really aspiring to do good.
Well, thank you. And for those who are watching the show, I wish you all the very best. Should you have any questions, how did you like this episode? If you have any questions for Pradnya, please feel free to write that below in the comment section. She'll be more than happy to answer that as well. If you are from India, and if you have any India specific question, please feel free. I will request Pradnya to answer your questions as well. Just feel this is part of community, and we are here to bring the best, share with you the best, and also do the best to the best of our abilities. In the moment, for the moment, this is Manoj, and I wish you all the best. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode with my new rising star. Till then, take care of your portfolio. Profitable trading. Happy trading.